Live. Hello, everyone. We are back on day 2 of 1 month, and today we are going to do something fun. We did this last year because a lot of uni people that join us for 1 month, you are new to our world, to my world, and what's going on in my head, which is not that easy to follow along with. And we do have this, we keep talking about the mountain and the mountain journey. And today, what we're going to do is that we're going to have a small little conversation around what is going on in the mountain. So that for those of you who want to know more about it, get to know more about it. There are a lot of people on this, probably watching this call, that are already on the inside. Welcome. For those of you who are new to us, I'll hope you enjoy this. And I'm going to bring a few people onto the stage with me right now. I'm going to click on a thing over here, and then all of a sudden we get 4 more faces. Steph is Steph Anderson. That's that's the name I use when I really need her attention. Normally, it's like when your father, my full name is Anne Merete. That's my first name. I have 2 first names. And when my dad used to, when he said Anne Merete Fjell, which is my full name with surname, then I understood, okay, he's meaning business. So when I said Steph Anderson, then Steph understands. If I take it, I mean business. Sometimes I said Stephanie Anderson. Then she gets like, what's happening? So she works with me. She's my, what is it that you call us?
Batman and Robin. Yeah. The dynamic duo.
Yeah. Guess who's Batman? And with us today, we have 3 beautiful knitters. We have Christine, we have Jeanette, and we have Annie. And we are going to talk to you about knitting, and we're going to share some of our secrets, right? But this today, I'm actually, because I talk a lot today, I'm not going to be able to be quiet, because that's hardly ever happens. Me being quiet throughout an entire call, I don't think that's possible. But Steph is running the show today. So with that, I'm going to leave the word with you, Steph.
Cool. Well, let's start out with, I'm going to ask everybody the same question, but first I'll ask Christine, when did you start with the mountain?
Okay, I got drawn into this when I signed up for the virtual retreat in February.
Oh.
And I was immediately hooked because it was the best retreat I had ever been on. Got more out of it than I did on anything live and, that I've spent weekends or weeks at. And the mountain just seemed like the next thing. I wanted to learn more. I wanted to get involved. And the community is fantastic. I just can't say enough about it. It's the best investment I've ever made in time and money in my many years of knitting.
So I didn't know you started with so we have special events in the community. Like once a year we do a virtual retreat. We've been doing some live retreats, but we do special events. So Christine, I didn't know you started with the retreat, with the online retreat.
I did.
That's cool.
Yeah, then
how did you find it? How did you find it?
I don't know. It must have come up on Facebook or something. And being half Norwegian, my father was born in Norway. I thought, oh, this looks interesting. I'll find out something about Norway. And I found out more about Norway than I ever thought I would without actually being there. We traveled all over, got to see a lot of things. I want to say, and I just made me think, knitting was the least of it. I mean, the history of it was fantastic. I'm sure we've all been to seminars where it's all focused on a particular project, and then the 3 or 4 days is over, and that's it. With this group, it's never over. There's always support there for you, regardless of where you are, what you start, what you're doing. If you can't get a hold of Anne or Steph, somebody in the mountain will answer your question for you. It's a community that's very active. And the net, I tell you, once you join, and I know you're all going to join. Once you join, go to as many of the meetups as you can. Go to the chat. The knit and chat on twice a week is the best thing, of community. You meet these people from all over, and they're warm and welcoming. And if you're feeling isolated like I was in the beginning, there's a community out there that'll support you, whatever you.
So, Christine, I'm just going to keep talking to you.
Okay.
With that, you're from New York City.
I'm from New York City. And you would think in New York City, there'd be a big community. There is a group, Big Apple Knitters, and it's hundreds of people, and we meet once a month. And I've been a member for years, and I don't know as many people from that group as I do from Ann's since I've been in the mountain.
Yeah, yeah. So
and it's very funny because I'm sorry.
Is that why you keep staying in the community?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I retired about a year and a half ago, and that's kind of isolating. I don't have a big family, and they don't live close by. I don't have any children, so I was like, work was great because it was social. This is very social. I get a lot of, socializing from this group.
Cool. Okay, I'm going to move on. Jeanette.
Yeah.
When did you start?
I think I joined 23, January 23.
January of 23.
Yeah, this is my 4th year.
And why did you start?
I really wanted to knit a sweater with a round yoke. And I thought I need some help with that. And I think I found Anne on YouTube. And she was talking about the Norwegian knitting magic. So we had the talk in November, and I joined in January.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. So, so why have you stayed?
Oh. You guys are part of me. I can't stop anymore. We became family.
That is true, isn't it?
Yeah, it's so true. Yeah.
Yep.
That being said, I just in the name of transparency, Jeanette has also been in the Northern Light group since the very beginning in 23, because it's January 23 is when we started the Northern Light on the Mountain with different names back then. But she's been member of that group as well. But Jeanette is such a visible knitter in our community, no matter what journey you're on. So that's why we invited her in there today. So, yeah.
Way too much credit, though.
No.
Thank you.
Annie B., when did you start?
I started May 6, 2025, and it was because I saw Facebook flit across my screen a year before with the Eternity shawl, and it was like, ooh, whoa, I really like that. And I thought, I think I lost it or I couldn't find it again. Life got busy. Then a year later again, and I was like, I'm signing up. And I did it because I wanted to develop a relationship with my sister-in-law. She's a knitter, and sometimes I don't know what to talk about with her. And so I thought, well, this is a good way to get me going on something so I can share it with her and we can have conversation. And so that's kind of how I got started. And then I saw the Hemsedal sweater, and I didn't think want to knit a sweater to wear, because it'd be too awful. But I saw that one, and I was like, oh, I'm sold. And I'm kind of opposite of but I'm not knitting as much as she is, but I have learned a lot, and that is still kind of your fantasy knitter. All the things that I want to do and goals, and so that's still there. So I'm not giving up yet. But
I remember when you first started, Annie B., you talked about how you wanted to learn a little bit more about the culture and the heritage, and you talked about learning to knit. And how have we done with that?
Good.
Yeah.
You're part of it's if like Christine said, you've got to come to the meetings. Just make it a priority to come and just be here and sit and listen And Norway is on your radar. So like mine, I'm in my little town in eastern Montana, in rural Montana, and we had this couple come and visit our little ghost town of a schoolhouse nearby, and lo and behold, they were from Norway. Well, my radar went, whoa! So I ran down. Yeah, we had so much fun visiting, and partly because she was visiting her mother's schoolhouse where she taught at, but of course we talked Norwegian candy, and we talked about knitting. I don't know if I would have done that if Norway wasn't on my radar. And so this group with the culture stuff has really kind of put up my antenna for that. And Norway Month, I just loved that because I love fiber. I'm also a learning spinner, and I love fiber and learning about the history and the places on the map where they are, how they got there, the types of sheep, what the wool looks like. Man, that is so interesting to me. And so I've had a really good learning about that.
Yeah. Yeah, I totally agree.
I don't know. I remember when you joined last year, we had a conversation, you and I, Annie, and you said, because you signed up for the Eternity Shawl. I remember that. And then the Hemsedal sweater came around. And I remember you saying to me, can I get hold of that pattern? And I said, no, you can't do that. In that case, you have to join the mountain. And he said, okay, so it's coming out now in July. Yes, it is. Okay. Okay, so I'll do 1 month then. You had that. Yeah, exactly. And here we are.
When I signed up at the time for the Eternity Shawl, you had a deal where you'd get a month of the. So that's what started me in the mountain, and then, in all honesty, it took me a while to learn the platform, the Kajabi, and learn all that. So you just got to be, if that's so many of you who do it and feel daunted by that, just be a snooper. Just start poking. Just tap on things and hit the backwards arrow. Snoop, 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 snoop. There is so much in there, and there is so much in there. Can I show you? Can I show you how much? This is the patterns of what's in there when you're joining. This is what I've accumulated. So for my fantasy self, I could never die.
You can never.
So. Encourage you to not get discouraged. I know we have a lot of older knitters, who maybe aren't as tech savvy. Ask questions about how to use it, but you'll find a way. But anyway, yeah, I just have really enjoyed it, and probably for me, since I can't kick out enough knitting, I have enjoyed the community because I live rurally, and so that's been enjoyable. In fact, I hate it when we're at the end of our Zoom and you have to hang up.
I know.
Like trickle out the door. Why do we have to just all of a sudden there's a black screen? I mean, we end up really enjoying one another in this.
Yeah. And then we get the message: the host has ended the meeting.
Yeah. So, Christine, did you bring any show and tell today?
Well, I'll show. I'm showing. I started something new, of course. I've started. This is the hat for Wool Month.
Oh, good
pattern. So I've got the ribbing done. I'm just about ready to start the color work. So that's what I'm at right now.
Perfect. Jeanette, did you bring anything?
Oh yeah, I brought some things. I brought sweaters and Eternity shawls, mittens. What would you like?
Let's see it all. Let's see all. Last one.
Yeah, we'll talk about the mittens at one point. I just want to say something. If any of you have any questions as we move along, do use the comment field if you're watching on YouTube and ask the questions in the chat, because I have today I'm not in charge of the call, so I can have an eye on the chat. Okay, so do that. If you have any questions, just let us know. Yeah.
I need a couple of Eternity Shawl. This was the first one. That was Anne Scholars.
That's beautiful. Hold it close to your camera. Can you?
So
Yeah, beautiful. Beautiful. So we've talked about Annie B talked about Jeanette being like the dream knitter. Jeanette knits multiples of things and gives them to family, right?
yeah,
You
yeah.
knit mostly for family.
That's really in family, friends. I knitted 8 of those shawls, and I gave away 3 so far. So
How did she do that?
I'm gonna be so happy to get through one.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I'm the designer of this, and I made 1.5.
Is that the same the number of repeats from the pattern? It looks
yeah,
a
this
little-
is one more. There's one repeat more.
one repeat more. Yeah, it looked a little.
I like these colors so much, so I added another one.
Yeah, that's pretty.
Yeah,
Are you gonna keep that one for you?
yeah. This I'll keep. Maybe one of the green ones. Maybe I gave away. This one just with one background.
Oh, one background.
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty.
Yeah, I wear this one lots of times. Yeah, it's nice. I like it. This
What
is
do you
the-
wear it with, Jeanette? Do you wear it
Sorry?
with? Do you wear it dress up or dress down or?
Oh, I just when I'm cold, I just wear it. It doesn't matter what I wear.
Because when you knit 8 of them, you know. it
Yeah,
can be every day. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. And this one is from this year. Really like that one.
Oh, that's a beautiful.
Turquoise and yellow and little green.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty.
And the green one. I like this one too.
Well, so do I. Wait, that's the wrong one. Hang on, I'm gonna spot. I love this one. I really do. The previous one and this one, I really like these.
Yeah.
Ah, brilliant.
Yeah, I think maybe I'm gonna knit this one again, but then what the dark green is, I'm gonna put the yellow in that one.
Ah,
That'll totally change it. That'll be pretty.
Yeah, or in reverse. That's probably nice too. No, and the first thing I knit here in the group was this
Almost
hat.
varied.
The hat.
That's the first thing you knit?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, cute.
And that was the festival sweater. And this one I knit for my daughter. With,
That was the level 2 at one time.
yeah, that was the level 2 at one. Yeah, the first year.
Yeah.
And I knit 2 of these more. I'll show you them too.
All of your colors are so different. It's amazing how the patterns look so different with the different
Yeah.
colors, even though
Yeah.
it's the same
So
pattern.
too, yeah. And then this one I knit too.
Oh, that's pretty.
And this was the first sweater I knit that everybody said, "Oh, what a nice sweater you have! Oh, that's a nice sweater." It's people in stores and yeah.
Isn't that the best?
I think it
Maybe.
even was a question in one of our meetings from that ever people compliment you on your sweaters and everybody, "Oh yeah, yeah." That never happened to me. So I was wearing this one and all of a sudden, yeah, they came.
I love that. So those sweaters there, they are from the level 2 course, which is not in the mountain, but that is, and that's the very first course that I put out there. And that at that point it was only that model, and then I added a model, and then I took that model out.
Mhm.
Because I'm not really happy with the design on it. But, you know, I shouldn't probably say that because she's made like 1 million of those as well. So,
Oh, I like the design. I like it so much.
yeah.
The yoke, it's done in no time, and then you just have the easy sailing,
Yeah.
just
Okay.
knit on. Yeah,
Okay, I hear you. I might be considering it.
because I even knit 2 more colorways, and this gonna be sweaters too. I think. I hope. So,
Oh, yeah, because you have the pattern. So, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
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 Cool.
and
Um,
I knit some hats. You know.
Yeah.
A couple.
A few
Yeah.
of them.
And then last night, what was that? 24. He started with the knit bliss, and the first pattern was mittens. Yeah, and everybody in this group knows what happened after that. Yeah, I knit
Well,
so
tell the
many-
new people.
Yeah. In 2024, we had a pattern a month. And the first one in January was the mitten. We stopped that. We're doing it differently now. We do quarterly
Yeah.
photos. But
Mhm.
the first one was was a pair of mittens, and I talked to, because before Christmas I have a program called the Mitten Bonanza as well, with where you learn how to knit mittens, and you get 16 different mitten patterns. And I talked, because Jeanette had been knitting quite a lot of stuff, and I said, why don't you haven't made any mittens, have you? No, she hasn't. And she said to me, I don't think I can do it. I'm not that good a knitter. That's what you said.
Mm-hmm.
Not that good a knitter, she said. And I said, stop it. And you stop it. You can do that without problem. And then the mitten came out in January, and then I asked you once, what was it that got you started? And you said, everyone, Julie and Chona and everyone, they were doing the mitten.
Yeah, they showed off. They showed us.
Yeah.
And I thought, well, I really want to try it. And what's the worst that can happen is you have to rip it. And that's it. So I just started it. And it was easy. And this was my first pair. And in the meantime, I just knit 2 baskets full of mittens. Yeah, I knit everything on the Knitting Bonanza except for the October one, because there's a lot of embroidery and I think I'm not really good at it.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
okay, we need to have a talk about that one. Seriously, Jeanette? Seriously, look at me. I'm filling the screen now.
Yeah.
You can do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, she says, yeah, okay.
Okay, if you
So-
say so. Yeah.
2 baskets. Baskets vary in size from this big to this big. So you should tell us
This.
how many mittens you did.
I
40
think
pairs?
I knit, in total, I think I knit over 60 pairs of mittens, I
60
think,
pairs.
by now, yeah. But also I gave a lot away. Yeah. And some are too nice to wear and otherwise in a basket here in the closet for, winter wear.
Yeah.
Or they're too white to wear.
Is that all you have to show
Well, I
right
have some
now for this
other
second?
sweaters from the level, there's a Mountain Journey is level 2, right?
Mountain Note is lower than that.
Okay. Well, I knit
It's the
some
quarterly, but go ahead and show.
this one.
Oh, lovely.
And the other level 2. Yeah.
Mm.
And also this one, I was wearing this one when I went on a plane to Holland, and it's like the KLM colors, the blue. And I was sitting in the front more or less, and all the people walked next to me. Oh, that sweater is beautiful. What a beautiful sweater also. So I like wearing this one too.
Yeah. Yeah. That is the best feeling when somebody
Yeah.
tells you, says
That
that.
didn't happen a lot, but
Now it
yeah,
does.
it's nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think there's more and more people who knit actually too.
Yeah. Yeah. And then they recognize the
I
craftsmanship.
guess so. Yeah.
Yeah. Who, Annie B, did you bring any show and tell today?
Well, my notebook, I have that.
You notebook. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
I have so works in progress, right? So
That's okay.
these are body parts for Nikolai.
Oh, yeah.
Such a cute thing. I loved that. So that's yeah. So that was what, fall or winter, Anne?
That's a
When you
winter quarter 4. Yeah.
Quarter 4. So they're little dolls with dresses and pants, and they were so everybody's different designs. So I'm still doing the body, and then this was the sock for Wool Week that I started.
Yay.
And
Boy.
everybody too, I am a bit on a tight budget, so I know sometimes folks maybe can't get yarn either. Don't let that stop you. Use what you have. Even for a sweater, use what you have. That's all I'm doing, and you keep going. And speaking to myself, just get
Yep.
going. So
Yeah.
so that's
And I think that is so important. I mean, use what you have, and then if there is a particular yarn or a color combination or something that you want, start saving up. A little a dime here and a dime there. As you say in Norwegian, eventually you will get there. So, but I totally get that. I really do. I love that.
yeah.
I talked to someone earlier today, and she said, "Do I have to knit your stuff and with the yarn that you recommend when I'm in your group?" And I was like, "No, absolutely no." I mean, obviously, if you want support on the patterns and stuff, that means that you will have to knit one of my projects. But if you want to knit, be in one of our sessions and knit on something else, of course you can. Of course you can. And if you want to use the yarn that you have in your stash, and let's face it, quite a few of us, we have so much yarn, more yarn that you're ever going to be able to knit. Yeah. And if we are, deciding to be a bit, good girls, and don't like that term, but, if we decide to, actually dig into that little stash pile of ours, do it. You don't need, just as long as you find a yarn that is, right for that project. Right? Oh, totally. I totally get that.
So we should explain a little bit about the mountain. I know we're over half.
Before, just one thing, I saw someone asking about the Eternity Shawl. The Eternity Shawl is a separate product, which is sold separately every spring in May. This year we did it a bit earlier. Next year we're doing it in May. So if you want to knit that or get in on that, May next year, make sure you are on the wait list. There is a wait list on our webpage, and just make sure that you are first in line when you open it, because we always have a special opening offer. So, but anyway, just so you know, those shawls are not in the mountain, but we do the support. We do quarterly support calls in the mountain to the Eternity Shawl. And a lot of the mountain people do knit the Eternity Shawl, because that's kind of very often a project that comes and goes. And then they do a permittance, and then they do a bit of the shawl, and then Jeanette would do a shawl, and then a permitten, and then another shawl, and a new permitten, and that. No, I'm kidding. So yeah, just so you know.
Okay. So we talked about special events. The Eternity Shawl would be a special event, but we should also say with that Eternity Shawl, it's not just a shawl, it's a bunch of patterns come with the shawl with that. So there's a pillow that we can barely see behind you, the little pink pillow, and there's fingerless mitts that I've done.
Yeah, fingerless mitts, scarf, hat, fingerless mittens, and the pillow and the shawl itself. So I think we can call it a collection.
There's a collection. Yes. Yes.
Okay.
So we should talk a little bit about the mountain. If anybody is truly new and thinking about joining, there's a new pattern that comes out quarterly. That's what's promised. That doesn't mean that's what happens. Sometimes there's more. But we promise at least a pattern every quarter. And then the patterns are sometimes big and sometimes not as big. So we've talked about the Hemsedal sweater. It can be a whole sweater. One year, this kid's sweater was one of them. So we do sweaters, we do projects, and then in the wintertime, it's like home and decor projects. So there's many, many, many in that quarter. Anything else you want to say, Anne?
No, what I think is most important is that we've had so much feedback from people saying that one of the things that's really appealing about it is that when it comes to the pattern side of it, because the community thing is actually what people really is talking about, because they get drawn in and then they don't know how to get out again. That's my tactic. I keep saying that's my tactic. It's not, but it's what's happening. And what we get is, what we hear a lot is that it's the combination of getting the small projects and the big projects, and then being able to pick and choose. And I think that is what is, because one of my biggest, I have a few things that I live by, and I keep preaching. And I think actually I can use the word that I keep preaching this, because I say it so many times. I believe truly that there is you have people that are really, really quick knitters and that have a lot of time to knit, like Jeanette. And she says it. She's so open about it. She says, that's all I do. I do my chores and I do my stuff. But apart from that, what I do is my knitting. And she is totally and utterly hooked on knitting. So that's what she's doing. And she's creating some beautiful pieces. She says that I'm, giving her too much space, but I'm not. But anyway, then you have the slower knitters that need more time. And that is also totally cool. And this is what we do, is that we support either or. We support the quick ones and we knitters, and we support the slower knitters. And it really doesn't matter how quick or slow you are, because my philosophy is that I saw someone saying it in the chat, and my philosophy is so strong on this. You are exactly where you're supposed to be, right? And if we all were supposed to be at the same spot, at the same place, it wouldn't be any fun. What creates the diversity and the fun is that we are actually able to live together in a community, being on different places on the journey, and different. You don't go through everything on the buffet table. You pick the stuff that you like the most, and that is also what I like to see, how I like to see this community and what we're putting out there. You knit what you want. If you don't want to do that purse that we released in April, then you don't do it. If you don't want to do the Zetterstall sweater that we just released, then you don't do it, right? So, and I see Steph in there, and
we have a question and answer just about the pattern.
Which we are having today.
Yeah, we're having one today.
Yeah.
So the current pattern is the Set and Stall sweater, which came out with a collection. First there was a phone cover, then there was a tablet cover, PC cover, and then the sweater. And Jeanette was one of the testers, so that's one of the reasons I asked you to be here, Jeanette. Do you have one that you can show us? So
Yeah, I can.
Unlike other people, you had the opportunity to have one finished.
That's right. Yeah. So I had the pattern before everybody else got it. So I started this one.
Beautiful.
This one for my son. Yeah. And he's happy with it.
Yes, it fits him. I've seen pictures of it.
Yeah.
Fits
and I like the pattern so much. I'm going to knit one for everybody here in my family. So. Yeah.
Of course you are.
Yeah. Yeah.
So before this one, had you done lice before? We're introducing lice in this pattern.
No. This is the first time.
I say we as in Anne. Anne's
Yeah,
introducing
I
lice.
know. Yeah.
And this
It was
one's a
first time.
bottom up. You said you
That's
wanted
right.
to learn
Yeah.
a lot of times, but this time it's a bottom up. Set in sleeves.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what did you like about it?
Everything. I was a little bit kind of worried to sew it in because I'm not good at sewing. But they're in, and you can put your arm through it. So the next ones probably will be better. Yeah.
It looks really great. So yeah, that's this quarter's pattern is the Set and Stall.
Yeah,
And
it's
it comes with
really
lots of gauge. One of the fun things I think about Anne is our gauge swatches have a purpose.
Mm-hmm.
You're not just knitting a little 4x4 patch things.
No.
So I will have the phone cover I'm using as an eyeglasses cover, which will match my Set and Stall sweater, which is cute.
That's pretty. I saw them too. Yeah, it's very nice. Also, always in purple.
Always in purple, mine. Yep.
Yeah, it's nice.
So Anne, you want to tell anything about the pattern?
Sorry?
Does Anne want to tell anything about the pattern?
No, should we tell more about that? The hat pattern is, we are doing the hat. We're have a walkthrough of the hat pattern today in the mountain in a couple of hours. So for anyone who has joined already, remember to sign in on that. The thing is, I did mention it yesterday, and I think for those who, I think I did. I can't remember everything I say all the time, but the Zetterstall sweater here is all my stuff is based on Norwegian traditions and culture and knitting stuff. But the rose that you see on the patterns is mine. That's what I change. I use the elements from the Norwegian. This is taken from the Setesdal. All these elements are taken from the Setesdal sweater. And the same with the sweater that Jeanette showed you. But I've taken out the circles because these are called crosses, and these here they have something called circles. But I've taken those out and replaced it by the rose. So what you'll see is that because I never designed a colorwork piece without rose in it. Well, I have actually, but that's a long time ago. I don't think I can create something without rose in it because it's such a big part of me that it actually has become part of my DNA, I think. But everything that I do is based in Norwegian nature and all, the old patterns and culture. And then Steph always says, and then Anne brings it into the 21st century.
Yes.
And I take the old stuff and I bring it into today. So that's the idea. Yeah. And I love doing it.
Yep. We should mention that in the mountain, it's not a teaching. There's no teaching that goes on in the mountain, but there is tips and tricks kind of that after the pattern's released, if you have any tips and tricks. And
yeah, we do release a few. I mean, what we do is that what I do, because it's not a teaching, the mountain is not a teaching place. That's the courses. But at the same time, when we release patterns, we do release some support tutorials on, the part that I think is a bit tricky or different than what you can expect everyone to know. But we're not going in details, but you do get support tutorials, and I know that people do watch them.
Yep. So we've talked about the community, and if you miss the community ever, it's recorded. So you can always go back and watch what happens in the community, any meetings that you missed, everything's recorded. So if you're working or out or whatever and miss something, you can always watch it later.
Yeah. And one of the benefits of the online tutorial, things like that, is that you can search. I searched them many, many times to try to find, I want to know maybe how to join yarn, or I want to know how to weave them in, or I want to know how. So that I really like, is to have that library of resources that I search to find helps for videos. Because Anne, you have a lot of nice videos that teach us how to solve some of our problems.
Yeah. And her videos are nice and short.
Yeah.
Not too wordy. I do like that. I don't want to sit for 15 minutes to learn something that Anne teaches us in 2 or 4.
Right. I agree.
I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I do talk a lot in videos though. So very often, if you think that you know how to do it, have a listen through anyway, because there might be an extra tip or 2 in there. That's what people keep telling me. But then, Anne, you just pop in some extra information there in the middle of it. And I knew that what you were supposed to tell me, but I didn't know that little extra thing that you added. So,
yeah. But I do want to say, when you guys join the mountain,
not if, but when.
There's no question, in my mind, that anybody who's listening to this is going to join the mountain. You just have to listen to the onboarding classes. Because it takes a while to get used to finding your way around there. There's so much to learn and so many ways to approach things. That's the word I was looking for. You can find backup. You can find, like Anne said, you can find teaching videos for everything that they talk about, any trip, but definitely it's not a community that you're just going to sign up for and then forget about, and just wait for an email. That's not the way it works. You've got to get your most out of it. You participate and you won't regret it. Like you said, you'll want to spend every spare minute you have. I'm not a fast knitter. I just plod along at my own pace and doing things. But the encouragement that I get from the people in the community, like, okay, what are you doing? And if it's not an Ann project, okay, fine. But it gets you back into the rhythm of doing things and putting aside the wasted time, like going down a rabbit hole on the internet or getting hung up on some series on TV. Like, hey, I can be productive, and I'm encouraged to do that. So yeah, that's what I get out of it.
So
I love that, and that's true because that's the thing. We have this. There is a lot. So if you decide to join us, or if you just have joined us and you find it a bit overwhelming, it might come across as a bit overwhelming. But don't give up. Go in there, as Annie said. Go click on the stuff because you're not gonna be able to destroy anything. And join the live calls. We have once a month. We have a welcome call and introduction with a guided tour. So that because in there, I think you're going to get a lot of information. And then we also have a new updated mini course with lots of small videos that Isabella has made for us, so that you can teach, show you how to move around. For those of you who are new in there. I'm going to put in the chat the link for those of you who want to join us, and there is a code underneath it, or not. No, that didn't work very well. This is the code here, and then I'm going to give you the link again because that didn't work. That code is for those of you who want to dive in and do 1 year. Then we give you another, because what we do is that you get, if you sign up for a year, you get 2 months for free. If you sign up for a year right now during 1 month, you get another 20% off. Just so you know, for those of you who are interested. But you can sign up on a monthly basis if you want to test it, and then, if you ever want to go to a yearly plan, you can just tell us. But so you can do that. But the link is there, and also the coupon code. The coupon code is WOL-M-20, but copy and paste it because it needs to look exactly like that. Okay.
I got one more question for everybody, and I didn't tell you guys I was going to ask you this.
Uh-oh.
So I'll start backwards. Annie B, you can go first. What's your favorite part about Ann's Norwegian knitting?
I think the community and seeing the creativity of each person post their colors of what they worked on.
Yeah.
The community, everybody's noticing that's what we talk about. But it's to the point where I want to go in to visit people near me. And whether it be on your trip that you offered or a meetup in Minnesota, or it's to the point where people meet one another in person and be friends in person. And I think, really, because I do, and haven't yet, but that's something I want to do on a future trip. And then I love seeing the creativity of everyone, of what they come out with for colors. You can stay in the box, like on the Hempstead doll. I want to do that color set on a sweater, but you can do other colors, and I am just so encouraged to see what other people pick. It's just so fun. I really enjoy that.
Yeah, I agree. Jeanette, what's your favorite part?
It's what Annie B says. Yeah, see what everybody else does and see how everybody getting so good at it.
Yeah,
That's probably what Ann sees too, I think. What, the colors, just you meet so many nice and lovely people.
Yeah.
I wouldn't miss it anymore. No.
Christine, how about you?
I love it because there's no judgment. It's like you follow the rules. Like if you're doing Nan pattern, you follow Ann's pattern and whatever, and then you watch people put their own twist on it down the road, because you've learned the right way, you've learned the way to do it, and feel free to change your color or to try a different yarn or to whatever. But I just love that there's no judgment and there's encouragement for people to be themselves.
Yeah. Yeah. Good answers. Okay. That's all I have for everybody today. Anything else you wanted to ask, Anne?
No, I'm good. They seem
Okay.
to be happy. I'm really happy. Anything anyone else wants to add before we round it off?
Can I ask Anne, Steph, why did you join?
Oh,
Oh,
I saw the Eternity Shawl, and like Annie B, I missed it because it's only open for a little time. And then I saw Wool Month, and the first Wool Month, I sat in on the Wool Month, and I was hooked after that. And I took level 1, and Anne asked me, "Why are you in level 1?" Because I've done a good bit of knitting before.
Mhm.
And I said so I used to knit throwing, and I needed to learn continental. So I started in level 1. Wool Month and then level 1. And the Wool Month, I loved the Selbu Spinnery talked. And I loved the Selbu Spinnery talk. And I thought, who else is going to be into this? I'm surprised that I'm probably the only one on here. And then you get off and there's like 1,000 people I'd watched. And everybody was so excited about it. And I was like, oh, there's my people. There is my people. They're interested in those sheep and heritage breeds. And so, yeah, that's how I started.
Yeah, we are a bit nerdy, aren't we?
We are a bit nerdy in the best way.
Yeah. I live really happily with that. This is and then I sent out an email to everyone saying that I was looking for knitting coaches, and then she applied. And since then, we haven't looked back.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
We've just taken off.
Okay, so that's unless anyone else. Annie?
She's a great.
Thank you, Annie.
Yeah.
She is. She is. It's almost like she could have been my better half. She probably is a bit better than me on certain things. She's a crafty one, this one. She is. I'm not too bad, really, but this one, I'm talking about Steph as if she wasn't here, but this one.
I can hear you.
Oh, she's awesome. I'm so grateful for you finding me, and I'm really grateful for you, the rest of you guys, finding me as well. Also, you guys watching.
Yes.
If you're watching this in replay, do know that I'm going to add that link and that coupon code underneath in one of the comments and in the description afterwards. But if you're watching this really, after August 20th, then that code is not valid anymore, just so you know. We would love to have you. If anyone wants to just take a plunge and do it today, we are do it now, because then you can join us live for the call later today. And if you need to think about it, think about it. We are not going anywhere. Thank you so much, everyone, for watching, coming in and talking to us. Jeanette, Annie, and Christine, appreciate it a lot. Thank you. For the rest of you, I see some of you later today during our pattern walkthrough. And then next week, we are doing the Selby talk. So make sure you don't miss out on that one. For now, what I say when I end our podcast episodes, I say, knit some beautiful stitches. So I'm going to say that. Until next time, knit some beautiful stitches. See you, everyone.
Bye.
bye.
Okay.